Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the BUZZMod Bocchi the Rock Gotoh Hitori 1/12 scale figure. You can see her there in front of her box. We'll go ahead and put it to the side real quick and look at that box. Yeah, you see very much is black and pink mostly. You got BUZZMod down here and, Bocchi the right there and Gotoh Hitori. And there's a picture of her smiling right there. There's Gotoh Hitori up here and everything. There's a big old window. An Aniplex, which, yeah, 1/12 scale BUZZMod. I've never actually done a BUZZMod before. This is going to be interesting. One thing I'll say about this box, it's too big. You saw how big the figure was, and here's the outline for the figure in the packaging. You see there's a lot of negative space in there, which is weird because I feel like that creates a perception of less value because it looks like, oh wow, this box is so empty. So I don't know why this box is so massive. This is a point of comparison here. Here's a Figma box, just to give you an idea right there. Yeah, way too big. This is also a 1/12 scale figure, more pretty much, and so yeah, that is such a massive size discrepancy for no good reason, and this feels like more packed, so more value. Yeah, I don't know, maybe they're just going for the bigger box equals better toy or what figure or what, but regardless, it's just way too big. Anyway, too much on this. Anyway, up here you got BUZZMod. Almost looks like a QR code, interesting enough. You got this whole, like, lightning bolt, the kind of lightning bolt thing, so it might be hard to see with the camera. On this side, you have, Bocchi the Rock BUZZMod with a little pink stripe. On the side, same thing, Bocchi the Rock. On the bottom, you have all BUZZMod again. On the back, you have a whole bunch of product shots and a big old thing of copyrights and warnings and whatnot. And also, ages 15 and up, because it's not for children. And there's a lot here. So, yeah, that's the box. Not a bad-looking box, just way too big. And also, inside the box, you have a couple pieces of paper, including, this is just more warnings, both in Japanese and English, with some handling instruction, basically some stuff like, hey, keep chemicals away from it, be careful about it. It's hand-painted, so it may not be one-to-one accurate to the pictures. Also, this thing, which tell you about some of the accessories, although, again, it's all Japanese, and with some really bad photos, because it's like something that's like, I can't tell what you're trying to tell me here, because this is so dark, I can't tell anything. So, yeah, probably is more useful if you can read this more consistent, but I'm going to read some of that. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so, regardless, it's, only Japanese, but it's not too difficult to figure out. If you ever had a Figma of any, or figure arts of any sort, it's pretty similar. So yeah, Gotoh Hitori, Bocchi-chan, Hitori Bocchi, whatever you want to call her. Yeah, so coming down here, and actually zooming in a bit on her face. You can see there, yeah, that's the default face. Yeah, nice bit of paintwork there. You got eyes, her blue eyes, kind of get the little tiny mouth. Pink hair, looks nice. You got her blue and yellow cubes in her hair. The pink tracksuit with a little line down the middle. You can see all that. This is actual fabric skirt right there, not plastic. So, that's one thing that's pretty neat. Got her, socks and shoes, brown and black down there. And on the back, it's pretty much just her hair, pretty much long hair. But, there's more tracksuit and the pink and the white stripes on there and everything. And yeah. Nothing too amazing, but it looks like Bocchi. Pretty much just looks like Bocchi. So yeah, the basic figure itself looks pretty good, and I'm not sure if they're going to do the rest of the band or not. I haven't seen anything yet, but this came out actually last month, and I'm just now getting to it because again, stuff happened. But as for posability, there's like two ball joints up in here. There's one up in the upper neck right there, and there's one down here in the actual, like in the collar. You can see the collar's moving mostly. Yeah, there's another one up in the head itself, but it doesn't seem to want to move as much. But, got left and right and up and down, lots of waggle, all that stuff. There's an alternate hair piece, which has a little bit more articulation, and I'll talk about it a little bit when I attach it, but there's an alternate hair piece. This one is just one solid piece. The shoulders are also pretty articulated. You got the, outward and all around. There's like, you can see extends out on this hinge. There's like it's hard to see. There's like a second, like extra bits in there. There's like a whole bunch of extra bits right there because her arm can do that, which is really strange looking, but can do that for sake of posability and whatnot. And there's also that ball joint, so got a lot of rotation and adjustments. Can do a lot of poses, though. Some of them look a little weird if you look at them too closely. Elbows, of course, can bend about that far. You do have a swivel right here as well. The wrists are on ball joints of sorts, so you can swivel them. And they also, actually, I think they're supposed to. I thought they were. Maybe it is just a swivel. Is it a swivel, or is there a hinge in here? Looks like there's a hinge in here. There's a hinge in there. It just doesn't want to move. There's a hinge. It's just, I had to figure out where it was. But yeah, there's a hinge there as well. So there's a swivel and a hinge. Of course, there is a mid, I guess, torso joint, which can rotate and bend all over the place. And the head just came off. So you can see right there what I was talking about. There is a joint in the head. It's just, seems to be kind of stiff. So yeah, yeah, there's a joint there. Yeah, I know that's horrifying. But yeah, there's a joint in the head as well as the neck. So it's like kind of, yeah, it's just kind of stiff in general, it seems like. Now it's all wonky. There we go. So, yeah, let me show you. There's a mid-torso joint right there. So, yeah, it can rotate all around, although it's, man, the hair. Yeah, I'm just going to show this right there. Yeah, but yeah, thing is the hair kind of gets in the way a little bit, but there is a joint right there. Yeah, it's just being real weird right now. I'm a little worried because, yeah, that's coming out really easily. That neck joint just seems to pop out really easily. Anyway. There is a, I believe there is a joint down here. Yeah, there is kind of a jointing down here at the hips, but it's kind of thanks to the shape of everything. There's really not a whole lot of rotation there. There is a, there are hips right there. Not really, yeah, those could pop off. Those are for a reason, but yeah, you got forward about that far. You know, skirt would kind of limit things a little bit. Outward about that far. You do have rotation, although it's hard to see because of the skirt, but there is rotation there. There is a knee bend about that much. I believe at the knee. There's also, yeah, there's kind of rotation below the knee as well, although it's kind of going to look weird if you use that. Down here at the ankles, there is forward and back. There is a tilt right there. You can see that. And there is a toe joint as well, which can go up and I guess go down a little bit if you need that. So, yeah. Pretty good posability, pretty comparable to Figmas and Figuarts and whatnot. So, yeah, again, I've never done BUZZMod before, but I know I was like with Hitori Gotoh, I had to do at least one. But yeah, there is no stand, by the way, so thankfully she does seem to be pretty stable without one. Mostly, I mean, I had to hammer the table here, but seems fairly stable. Though you might want to invest in a like a Figuarts clip stand or something, but not too bad overall. So there you go. And before I get into accessories, I'm going to do comparisons. It'll be a little easier that way. But yeah, here she is with her Nendoroid version, just to give you an idea there. So yeah, there you go. Got that, and yeah. Let me just give her an idea. Like it's next to a Figma. Here's Chisato or Takina from. Hasn't appeared on the channel yet, but yeah, don't worry. I'll be reviewing that real soon. Yeah, give you an idea there. Either Takina is really tall or Bochi's kind of short. Because I also have a Figuarts. Here's Shy right here. Just, you know. It seems to be kind of closer in height to Bochi here. So there you go. Anyway. So that's the posability and comparisons. So yeah, accessories. She has quite a few of them. Of course, she has her guitar, the black and gold. Looks a little nice. Overall, you can see nice bits of detail, frets picked out and everything. I think her Gibson, you know, with the nice little strap too. Kind of different, interesting materials. Got a bit of a texturing to it. Right there. Looks real nice on the back. You know, you got some actual like little screws picked out as everything on the back too, which is pretty cool. You got the guitar bag, which, you know, guitar bag. By the way, the guitar does not fit in the bag. The way this works, there's the way they made this design. That the guitar will not fit in here, unfortunately, which would have been cool, but it doesn't work. So there's that. Here are also the straps for the guitar bag. You have to add those, and I'll show you how that works in a second. And here's the alternate hair, which is necessary for her to use the guitar bag. This is the back, and you can see on the back here, these bits of hair can all move independently of each other. There's you can see they're all on different, you know, ball joints right there, so you can splay them out and whatnot. So that definitely helps with the posability. She's got alternate faces, including, you know, on top of her little face right there, she's got a kind of a default kind of smiling face, gentle smile, I guess. Kind of a different concern, kind of intrigue, concerned face a bit. Worry. Worry got too much attention, and just a Bochi face. Also has alternate torso piece for a sitting pose. And I'll show that how that works in a second, but it's pretty straightforward. And alternate legs for that sitting pose. Basically, curled up legs for her, because she likes to sit on the floor in her room, and that's how she likes to play her guitar for like her O-Tube account. I can't remember what they call it, what fake YouTube version, the thing they call in the anime now. Yeah, and of course a couple plinths of hands. Which is interesting. I'm noticing these actually lock together like this. Such a you can do a little chain thing if you want. So that's kind of interesting. But you see, kind of these kind of relaxed hands. You got these open hands. You got fists. You got a guitar pick hand. You have these. These hands, which are actually, I believe these are all different. These are all different hands for holding the guitar for different notes or different, string positions, finger positions on the strings and whatnot. And same with I believe these ones as well, which is all pretty cool. These are all for just the left hand for, different positions, which is really cool that they actually have that level of detail. But, yeah, so to use these, of course, one thing, the guitar is pretty straightforward. You got to get, slip it underneath the hair and everything, but actually kind of, there's a weird thing you have to do here, which you have to more or less pop the head off. Makes it a little easier. Pop the head off and then pop the head back on so it can get underneath the hair. Like so. Now she has the guitar on. Guitar's on. Pretty straightforward. Hand swapping is pretty straightforward as well. If you don't knock everything over. Just pop it off. It actually comes off pretty smoothly, which is nice. Hand comes off pretty smoothly, and you just pop the new one on, and there you go. On that front. And then, where's let's just grab this one. I don't know exactly, but pop that on. And that can go there, like that. And now she looks like she's playing guitar, which is pretty cool. Now the faces, of course, that's pretty straightforward as well. Just pop the hair off. It's pretty much like every Figment Figuarts. You just pop the hair off, although the face came with it. You can see the face comes off, and you have this horrifying empty void thing where the face is supposed to go. And let's go ahead and let's put the Bochi face on. Why not? Let's just put a good old Bochi face on there. Pop that on, and there you go. The only problem with the realistic strap is that, well, the guitar will come off kind of easily if you start messing with stuff. But there we go. That's Bochi. Yeah, she fell over. She just fell over because she just locked up. That's pretty straightforward. As for the guitar case, first thing is gonna pop that off, get the guitar out of the way here. Let's switch these back because why not? Yeah, because the guitar case, so first thing, the head. You wanna pop that front hair off and pop the face off, and this piece right here, you want to remove the central piece right here like that, and then you take the alternate hair piece and just slide this in like so. Put the face on like that, and slide that hair on, and there you go. It's one thing to do. Then put that back on. So. Well, she's smiling. Yeah, the case here, what you want to do is you want to get this panel off. And this is kind of a tricky thing to do in my experience. I've had to use a spudger on multiple occasions because it's just goes in there very securely. It's a little easier to get off if you actually have the straps in there. But the straps here, what you got to do is you got to make sure it's the pop them. Yeah, you pop them in I guess, you know, see there's a strap goes in right here like this, and this strap kind of just goes in right there. And same on this side, this strap goes in like that, and then this strap goes in here like so. Kind of locks in, and then you see there's a little holes right there that the strap pieces go into, you know, the bits of strap go into. Just line that all up and get that all plugged in, and now that's ready to go. And then of course you want to make sure to yeah, this is a little weird, so you want to make sure it, you know, feed one strap underneath this piece of hair and through the under the arm like this, right, like so. And then the same on this side, you want to feed it through. Thankfully these are rubbery, so it's not a huge deal to get that through. Yeah, feed the arm through, make sure not to pull the hand off. And yeah, this will go on her back. If you don't accidentally do this in the process. Yeah, this will go on her back. Hair can, yeah, it goes through the little parts of the hair, and it shows in the like the pictures like this. These straps are like nice and like, yeah, like taut against her torso, but I'm noticing that doesn't really happen with the real thing. It kind of just sit loose a little bit, and even the guitar bag sits a little crooked, but hey, there's her wearing her guitar bag and falling over because of the weight. Yeah, she's wearing her guitar, you know, using her guitar bag. So there's that. And yeah, getting that back off is pretty much, you know, pretty straightforward. It's just the same thing of just, you know, might be easier to get the head out of the way too, but yeah, get the straps out of the way and put the head back on. There. Now, the last bit of pieces are the new torso piece and the legs, which, you know, you gotta pop that out and pop that out, right? Gotta pop her apart. Again, her head. Yeah, I'm a little worried that head's just kind of coming out real easily. It's taking very little effort for the head to just pop out. Anyway, so you gotta pop that in, replace this. Which there's a piece in here. Yeah, there's a little piece in here which didn't come away with it. Yeah, this little piece also has to go in, and, you know, just slides in between. I put that in backwards. It looks like there might be a keying. Yeah, it's keyed. You can see that's keyed because, you know, one thing is wider than the other, so I have to make sure to put it in properly. Like that. And yeah, that'll pop on right there. It's supposed to pop on. That pops on. And as for the legs here, well, yeah, you pop those off. And yeah, I'm going to have to, hopefully YouTube doesn't do anything, but yeah, you can see there's the joints there, and you have to more or less just pop those onto the joints. It's just it's a simple peg, so just make sure to, you know, pop it on. It goes on. Because I don't want YouTube to get me, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, you know? Yeah, also make sure the legs are, you know, the hip joints are bent forward so for this, otherwise they won't actually go on very well. Yeah, and pop this on underneath this. Pop this on up underneath. That popped in. And now, you know, she's got her knee, you can see her knees. She's got her little sitting pose, and thanks to the fact that the skirt is fabric, she can actually, you know, sit down. And there you go. Not the most natural looking pose, but hey, yeah, I know I can't. I know it's gonna make me frustrating. I'm not showing you, but I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so I'm trying not to show too much. It's real difficult. I know I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it's just one of those things I have to be careful about because, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm just being cautious. I'm being cautious. Probably won't amount to anything, but you know, better safe than sorry. So yeah, there you go. That's the sitting thing, which means that's all the stuff. As a whole, it's actually a pretty good overall thing. Some parts are a little frustrating. I'm noticing like the head joint, I'm noticing is getting looser and looser. I've barely touched it and it's already getting pretty loose. The guitar bag can be a little frustrating to deal with. The legs, they seem to like, they'll peg on eventually real solid, but it takes a bit. Yeah, like there's like loose, and then secure. So it's like you have to make sure it's pushed up all the way. And if you say you're trying to do it blind because there's a skirt in the way, then yeah. But also on top of that, well, you have to be careful because, oh no, YouTube, please don't, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me, YouTube. I don't want to get in trouble because. So yeah, I'm unfortunately, but yeah, it's just basically, it's a peg. It's a large peg, so it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. Basically it's just a larger version of with the hands and everything. Just, the peg is, you see, that's how the thing is. You can see, I'm sure what that's coming off on the camera, but on her leg there, that is staining from the skirt. Remember that was so you have to be careful with that as well. And certain, if it's too hot, you might stain that a little bit. So just be careful with that. But you can see it's just a big old peg hole on the leg. So that's not too much. But as a whole, it's not too bad. I believe it's comparable in price to a Figma or a Figma. I believe, though, it might be a little more expensive. I remember this costing me nearly $100 to get it shipped from Japan. I think before shipping is somewhere in the neighborhood of like $70 or so, which is a bit spendy. It comes with a decent amount of accessories, though, including one of the cooler details, simply different finger positions for the guitar. That's pretty cool. I thought that's a pretty cool little touch that they didn't have to do, but they did anyway. Yeah, the guitar bag is a little frustrating. Again, the alternate hair, well, the default hair is a little weird. Getting the torso apart for the this pose is a little frustrating as well, but for the most part it works. And if you like Bocce the Rock, you might like this. I'm not sure if it's still available. Again, this took a lot longer than I thought it would to get this review done, but it's pretty cool if you can find it for that price. I think it's pretty cool, but at this point, so yeah, it's a pretty cool little figure. I wasn't sure about this whole BUZZMod thing because I never really, engaged with this thing, but it seems to work pretty well. The only thing is, yeah, also be careful with the skirt. I'm already seeing discoloration on here, and I'm worried about that getting worse over time. Apparently, one of the things I've heard is like heat and humidity is the big thing. I think I left it out in a warm spot, so I might have to be careful about that in the future. So there you go. I think it's worth it if you're a Bocce the Rock fan. So I'm not sure if they're going to do the rest of the band or what, but if even it's just Hitori, it's still that's fine, I think. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.